Good morning, students. So let's continue with the problems of journal entry. Let's go on to illustration 3. Record the following transaction in the journal of Vishal Brothers. So first it is commenced business with cash. So as I've already explained, whenever the business is started and there is an investment, it means there is a capital. So the two accounts which will be affected are cash and capital. Next it is purchase goods from Mohan for cash. So here there is purchases, name of the person is given, cash is given. So whenever the name of the person is given and cash is given, we take it as purchases and cash and treat it as cash purchases. Next we have goods purchased from Ajay. So here it is purchases and Ajay. Next we have goods returned to Ajay. Say for example, you purchase goods of 500 from Ajay and you return back 100 rupees to Ajay. So who is getting the goods back? Ajay is the receiver of goods. So we will debit Ajay's account, and what are we doing? We are returning it. So it is purchase return account. Clear? Next it is goods sold to Rajiv. So it is sales and Rajiv account. So the entry will be Rajiv account debited to sales account. Next we have Rajiv returned 10% of goods. Say you sold goods to Rajiv of 10,000 rupees. In that 10,000, Rajiv returned you goods of 10%. So it is 10,000 into 10 by 100, which is 1000 rupees. So what is happening to the business? जो भी goods आपने बेचा था वो आपको वापस मिल रहा है. So you will debit sales returns account and credit who is giving us Rajiv account. Rajiv account is personal. So what is the rule? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Rajiv is giving us, so it is credited, and we are getting back the goods, so it is sales return account. Sales return is a nominal account. Clear? So let us work out the problem. Write down journal entries in the books of Vishal Bros. So draw the format. We have date, particulars, LF, amount debited and amount credited. So date, particulars, LF, amount debited, amount credited. So what is the first date? It is 1st May 2018. Commenced business with cash. So cash account will be debited to capital account. 5 lakh debit, 5 lakh credit. So what is the narration? Commenced business. After the journal entry, draw the line. Next is on 2nd May 2018. Goods purchased from Mohan for cash. So it is purchases account. Goods अंदर आ रहे हैं. So we never write goods account. It is always purchases account to cash account. Why cash account and not Mohan? Because we assume it is cash purchases and not credit purchases. So what is the narration? Goods purchased from Mohan for cash. Again draw the line. Next journal entry we have 3rd May 2018. Goods purchased from Ajay. So here they have not said it is for cash. So it is purchase account debited to Ajay's account. How much is it? 1,20,000 debit, 1,20,000 credit. Narration. Goods purchased from Ajay. Next on 4/5/2018, we have goods returned to Ajay. So who is the receiver of goods? Ajay. So we debit Ajay's account, debited to purchases return account. How much is it? 5,000 debit and 5,000 credit. Write down the narration. Goods returned to Ajay. Please, while drawing the format, use the scale. Next we have on 8th May 2018, goods sold to Rajiv. So it is Rajiv's account debited. Rajiv is the receiver, to sales account. Sales account is nominal account. It is 40,000 debit, 40,000 credit. What is the narration? Goods sold to Rajiv. Last we have on 12/5/2018, Rajiv returned 10% goods. So when he is returning, it will be known as sales return. Why sales return? Because our previous entry we have clearly said that we sold goods to Rajiv. And who is the receiver? Rajiv is the receiver. So to Rajiv's account. How much it will be? 40,000 into, and who is the giver? It is Rajiv, so his account will be credited. How much it is? 40,000. Why 40,000? Because we sold goods of 40,000 and he returned 10% goods. So 40,000 into 10 by 100, 4,000 debit, 4,000 credit. Our narration will be Rajiv returned goods. Next we total. How much is it? 5 lakh plus 50,000 plus 1,20,000 plus 5,000 plus 40,000 plus 4,000. Our debit side total is 7,19,000. Total your credit side. Our credit side total is also 7,19,000. Clear? So in this problem there were two new entry, that was purchase return and sales return. Write down the next side heading, discount. सो व्हाट इज डिस्काउंट? आप सबको पता है, आप कोई शॉप में गए, आपने 100 रुपये का सामान लिया, दुकानदार ने आपसे सिर्फ 90 रुपीज़ लिए. सो व्हाट इज 10 रुपीज़? 10 रुपीज़ इज डिस्काउंट. सो लेट अस लर्न इन अकाउंटेंसी व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय डिस्काउंट. While I was explaining you the third chapter, I have already explained you there are two types of discount, that is trade discount and cash discount. Trade discount is a discount when you are purchasing the goods and immediately आपने discount मिला. Say for example 10,000 के goods purchase किए and the seller gave you 100 rupees discount. So whichever is done immediately is a trade discount. एंड कैश डिस्काउंट इज से आपने गुड्स क्रेडिट में लिए 10,000 रुपये के एंड आप बोले कि मैं 3-4 महीने बाद आपको पेमेंट करूंगा, बट इफ यू आर पेइंग अर्ली द सेलर विल गिव यू अ डिस्काउंट विच इज नोन एज कैश डिस्काउंट. So let us learn in detail what is cash discount and credit discount. So under discount, write down discount is of two types. First one, trade discount. Next line, second one, cash discount. So next line, write down the first one, trade discount. Under that, write down this discount is allowed by wholesaler or manufacturer to the retailer at a fixed percentage on the listed price of goods. Full stop. It is allowed when goods are purchased in large quantity. So who is the manufacturer? जो goods को manufacture करता है. Manufacturer gives it to the wholesaler. So whenever the manufacturer or the wholesaler sells the goods to the retailer, we will be having a trade discount. So trade discounts are usually in a larger quantity or in bulk. जब आप बल्क में सामान लोगे तो आपको एक परसेंटेज का अमाउंट मिलेगा, दैट इज द ट्रेड डिस्काउंट. राइट डाउन द नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस, दिस डिस्काउंट इज अलाउड both on credit as well as cash transaction. Since it is related to the purchases and not to the payment. Okay, so इसकी journal entry कैसे लिखी जाएगी? Let me give you an example. Goods sold of rupees 1 lakh at 20% trade discount. तो अगर आपको ये दिया जाएगा, सबसे पहले डिस्काउंट की एक अलग एंट्री नहीं आती है ट्रेड डिस्काउंट में. क्या करते हैं हम? व्हाट इज द एंट्री फॉर सेल्स? इट इज कैश अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू सेल्स अकाउंट, राइट? This is the normal entry of sales. They have said that goods are sold for 1 lakh. Now if trade discount was not given, what would be right? 1 lakh debit, 1 lakh credit. But in this case, they have given us 20% trade discount. So what do we do? हम अलग से discount नहीं डालेंगे. All we do is 1 lakh into 20 by 100. How much is it? 20,000. So it is 1 lakh minus 20,000. Directly we will be writing 80,000 debit, 80,000 credit. Clear? तो ट्रेड डिस्काउंट में सेपरेट एंट्री नहीं होगी, जस्ट you would be writing the amount directly. Write down the second one, cash discount. Under that write down, this discount is allowed to the customers for making early payment. Full stop. In other words, cash discount is allowed only if the customer makes the payment within a fixed period. So इसमें क्या होता है? आप ऑलरेडी गुड्स सेल कर चुके हैं 1 लाख रुपए में and the customer says he will pay you after 2 to 3 months. If he pays before time or on time, he will be getting a discount which is known as cash discount. Trade discount is never recorded in the books of accounts. We directly write the amount, but cash discount there is an entry which will be passed. तो वो entry क्या रहेगी? When it is discount given, अगर आपने sell किया and आप discount दे रहे हैं, so it is discount allowed. And जब आपने purchase किया and आप entry देंगे, it is discount received. So discount allowed and discount received both are nominal account. So discount allowed will be debited and it will be credited when it is received. Clear? So this is what is cash discount and trade discount. बहुत बार क्या होता है? The customer will be allowed both the cash discount and trade discount. तो first आप क्या करेंगे? Say for example you have sold goods of 1 lakh rupees. You have a trade discount of 10%. सो फर्स्ट आप उस ट्रेड डिस्काउंट को डिडक्ट करेंगे, जो भी आंसर मिलेगा देन यू विल डिडक्ट द कैश डिस्काउंट एट 10%. सो नाउ व्हेन यू आर हैविंग अ कैश डिस्काउंट एट 10%, विल यू टेक इट फ्रॉम 1 लाख और 90,000? यू वुड बी टेकिंग इट फ्रॉम 90,000 एंड आपको 9,000 मिलेगा. सो योर टोटल कैश रिसीव्ड विल बी 81,000. सो व्हेनेवर बोथ द ट्रेड एंड द कैश डिस्काउंट इज गिवन इन द प्रॉब्लम, first we deduct the trade discount and then we deduct the cash discount. So write down the note. Sometimes a customer is allowed both the discounts, that is trade discount as well as cash discount. Full stop. In such a case, comma, first trade discount is to be deducted from the price of the goods and then cash discount is to be calculated on the balance of the amount. Take down the next side heading, differences between trade discount and cash discount. So first, what is the meaning of trade discount? Trade discount is given by the wholesalers or manufactured to the retailer when it is purchased in large quantity. But what is cash discount? It is only allowed when the customer will make the payment on time. So trade discount is allowed by the wholesaler or manufacturer to the retailers at a fixed percentage on the printed list. Next we have cash discount is allowed if the customer makes the payment immediately or within a fixed period. Next we have when allowed. Trade discount is allowed only when there is a specific quantity, but cash discount is allowed when payment is made on or before a specified date. So ट्रेड डिस्काउंट में जब क्वांटिटी ज़्यादा है तभी आपको डिस्काउंट मिलेगा, बट कैश डिस्काउंट में जब आपने पैसे टाइम से दे दिए तो आपको डिस्काउंट मिलेगा. नेक्स्ट वी हैव ऑब्जेक्ट. जनरली इट इज अलाउड टू द रिटेलर्स to enable them to make some profit even if they sell the goods at a catalog price. So the main objective of trade discount is to benefit to the retailers so that they make good amount of profit even if they sell the goods at their catalog price. And cash discount, it is allowed to encourage quick or prompt payment. तो जब भी आप सामान बेचोगे and if you sell the goods on credit, तो यही रहता है कि पैसे कब आएंगे और कब नहीं. So when you give a cash discount, the customer is motivated and आपको भी prompt payment मिल जाएगा. Next, recording in the books of account. Trade discount is not recorded. Cash discount is recorded separately in the books of account. And last we have deduction from invoice. Trade discount is deducted from invoice, but cash discount is not deducted from invoice. So it is very important you know what is trade discount, what is cash discount, and how is it used in the books of accounting. Next, take down the next side heading, compound journal entries. Under that write down, sometimes two or more transactions relating to one particular account takes place on the same date. Full stop. In such cases, comma, instead of passing separate entries for all such transactions, comma, only one entry is passed. So sometimes what happens, you may have two transactions on a single date, say salary paid, and they may be again on 1st February rent paid. So इसमें अगर आप अलग अलग transactions pass करेंगे, so what will be the entry? It is salary to cash on 1st February. Again on 1st February it is rent to cash. So instead of passing separate journal entries, आप 1st February को एक ही journal entry pass करेंगे, that is salary account debited, rent account debited to cash account. Say for example salary is 100 and rent is 200. So salary का debit आप लिखोगे 100, rent का 200 and जो cash रहेगा that will be 100 plus 200, that is 300. So this is known as compound entry. Clear? So compound journal entries are very important, and as and when we work out the problem, you would be very clear about the same. So we'll be continuing the remaining problems in the next class. Thank you.